Hello everyone. Today we will talk about chikungunya. It is a mosquito-borne viral disease and spread by Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus. So in this figure, the madam Aedes at her lunch. Here the word lunch denotes that the most of the Aedes mosquito bite during the daytime. It has nothing to do with chicken or mutton eating. And the word chikungunya stands for to become contorted. Here the word contorted means the unusual shape or the shape which bends up. So the patient in chikungunya mostly go into the stooped postures because of the excessive joint pain. Now, these mosquito also transmit dengue fever, yellow fever and Zika virus. Chikungunya is an alpha virus that causes fever, rash, and arthropathy. Arthropathy is a collected term for any disease of the joint. A period of fever may be followed by an afebrile phase, and then recrudescence of fever is the main symptom of the chikungunya. So it forms the saddle joint fever, which may become a febrile phase for some time, then afebrile phase, then febrile phase, and then afebrile phase. So the main reservoir of the chikungunya virus is human and non-primate. The example of non-primates are like monkey and the baboon. The most common complication of the chikungunya is joint pain, which is reported in 87 to 98% cases, and it may last for 1 week, 1 month, or may go for years after the happening of the chikungunya. So the primary transmission cycle of the chikungunya is anthroponetic transmission. Now the anthroponetic transmission refers to pathogen reservoid in human and that are capable of being transmitted to non-human animals. So in this figure you can see that the virus can be transmitted from human to mosquito and then from mosquito to human, human to mosquito, and mosquito to human. So it is a basic cycle and form anthroponetic transmission. The rash is most intense on the trunk, limbs, and it may desquamate. The desquamation is skin peeling, or more clearly, it is the loss of the upper layer of the skin. Now, younger children develop less prominent sign comparison to the adult, so they are less frequently hospitalized. Now the rash of the chikungunya is maculopapular rash. Here, maculopapular rash is made up of two things. The first one is macule and the second one is papule. Macules are the flat discolored skin lesions, while this is the flat discolored skin lesions, while the papules are the raised skin lesions. So chikungunya is made up of both the flat discolored skin lesions and raised skin lesions. The first clinical feature of chikungunya is fever, which is more than 102 degree Fahrenheit, joint pain, and joint swelling, which occurs due to the destruction of the cell of the muscle. Now, due to destruction, there is the accumulation of the fluid, which cause joint swelling. Rash, lymphadenopathy. Lymphadenopathy is just the swelling of the lymph node due to inflammation or response to bacterial or viral infection. Hemorrhagic manifestation is mostly seen in the dengue due to decreased platelet count, and its tendency is rare in the chikungunya. The joint pain of chikungunya can be so severe and debilitating that it inhibits the routine function. Chikungunya virus destroy the cell of the muscle and joint, due to which synovitis. Synovitis is the inflammation or swelling of synovium of joint. So what is synovium? Synovium is connective tissue that lines inside the joint capsule. So here can be synovium. Periarticular edema. Periarticular means around the joint, so there can be edema around the joint. Tendonitis. Tendonitis is the inflammation of the tendon, and sometimes joint effusion can also be seen. The other complication of the chikungunya is the conjunctivitis or inflammation of the conjunctiva. The most peculiar about its joint pain is it is the bilateral and symmetrical. It means both leg will be affected at the same place. Now clinical laboratory finding. Here lymphopenia, which is decreased lymphocyte count, thrombocytopenia, which is decreased platelet count. It occurs due to the impaired draining of lymph node function. Now elevated creatinine cause excessive joint pain. And the last one is elevated hepatic transaminase. RT-PCR is used for diagnosis purpose of the chikungunya. RT-PCR is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. So there are two things. There are two tests, that is PCR and RT-PCR. There is PCR and there is RT-PCR. So PCR is used for pathogen such as virus and bacteria that already contain DNA for amplification, while RT-PCR is used for those containing RNA that needs to be transcribed to DNA for amplification purpose. ELISA is done for IgM and IgG anti-chikungunya antibody. Viral culture is also done, but the most of the sign and symptom of the chikungunya is resembles with dengue, so sometimes it can be misled between both. So timing of the diagnostic testings or like viral culture. Viral culture is done in less than 3 days. RT-PCR is done in less than 8 days, and IgM antibody test is done in greater than 4 days because there is time needed to release the antibody against any specific pathogen. The risk factor of chikungunya is the proximity of mosquito breeding sites near to the human habitation. Hot rainy season is the most common risk factor because in this season there is the excessive breeding of the mosquito. It also increase in the immunosuppressive patient. If there is the viral mutation, then it can also increase, and it's seen mostly in those patients who used to habitual increased travel and tourism. And the most excessive risk factor is water filled containers, like these are the water filled containers. It increase the chance of the mosquito because it increase the breeding sites. Now here this is the clinical differential diagnosis between dengue and chikungunya. So excessive fever is seen in mostly chikungunya, and the grade of fever is usually less in dengue comparison to the chikungunya. Arthritis is more in chikungunya. Rash, myalgia or muscle pain is mostly seen in the dengue. Hemorrhage is rare or we can say absent in chikungunya, but it is mostly seen in dengue due to the decreased platelet count. And shock is absent in chikungunya, which may or may not be seen in the dengue. Here is the laboratory differential diagnosis between dengue and chikungunya. So the severity of lymphopenia is more in chikungunya. Severity of neutropenia, thrombocytopenia and hemoconcentration is more in dengue. Now for diagnosis, we collect a specimen for diagnostic testing of chikungunya and dengue both, but we treat the patient as the patient is the diseased condition of dengue until the dengue is ruled out, because dengue is the more severe comparison to the chikungunya. Now there is no any direct antiviral drug for chikungunya, so treatment basically focused to relieve the symptom. Now if there is any pain or fever, then we give non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug like paracetamol, ibuprofen, diclofenac and naproxen. But aspirin should be strictly avoided because aspirin increase the chance of internal bleeding. Now the illness is usually self-limiting and it spontaneously resolution within 1 week to 10 days. So we have to treat if there is any other complication. If there is no complication, there is no need of any treatment. Now we can prevent the chikungunya by preventing the mosquito. So nearby mosquito can be prevented by DEET, picaridine, PMD and IR3535. Now till date there is no chikungunya vaccine has been made. So that's all about chikungunya. Thank you.